Oh, hello! Welcome back to Adventure Busters.
Yeah.
I was just what I was about to do. I'll do that. I'm gonna do it anyway.
This is all getting cut anyway. Cut it,
Yeah.
Steve.
Steve.
Right. Thanks, Johnny, and welcome back to Adventure Busters.
Well, where you guys were last, you were in Hong Kong, and
Shanghai. Shanghai. Don't be
Whatever.
racist.
Hong Kong.
It's alright, Johnny's saying that he's Asian, so he can do that.
Yeah.
exactly. You were in Pret a Manger getting some coffee.
So
I
anyway,
don't know why I'm cheap.
when we last left the team, you were walking back to your accommodation, all holding like Pret cups, you know, with the warmer around them and everything. It's a nice evening in Shanghai, so you know you guys have gone for a little bit of a walk back. And as you approach your accommodation, as you recall, you were approached from the shadows by a Mr. Jack Brady, who says, "I believe you guys have been looking for me."
Yes.
Who told you that?
It says you guys have not exactly kept a low profile. You've only been here a couple of days, and you're setting alarm bells off left and right.
Was it the guy who drank piss? Did he tell you that we're looking for you?
No,
He's
but
looking for him too.
he didn't tell me, but I must say I did appreciate that one. Sergey's always had a bit of a stick up his ass, so it was quite funny watching you, well, at least hearing about you guys get up to that.
What?
I thought you called him Sergey. I thought he was Japanese.
Anyway, look, guys. Look. I mean, I know you've got some questions. I've got. Let me just tell you what I have to say, and then you can ask questions from there, if that's all right.
Yep.
I got
let's flip
so
a
many
coin on it.
questions.
Well, don't worry. I've got a big long speech I have to tell you. Obviously, I've been waiting to meet you guys, so I sat and wrote it all down. So.
Jeepers.
Look, I'm Jack Brady. I hear you've been looking for me. I got a minute. You got some questions. I gather you never got to talk to Jackson Elias. If it's all the same, I'll talk now, and you can ask your questions later. As far as I can make out, we're all in a lot of trouble. The more I learn about the situation, the scareder I get. When I spilled the beans to Jackson Elias, I figured people would read his book and do something about this cult. Sorry, it ended up the way he did. I mean, you guys are a friend of his, right? But all the same, I did warn him, and I didn't hold anything back. And I'm warning you guys too. The cult plays for keeps, or maybe mugs like you already know that. He says he laughs.
But Mug's like, you already know that. Ha!
Well, right from the start, I knew that that girl Carlisle fell in was trouble. She was as tough as they come, and she had him right around her finger. He must have known she was trouble because the more he saw her, the more crazy dreams he had. I thought it was great when he wanted to go to Egypt. That'd be the end of her. What's going on? Why's Johnny like laughing away on his bed?
Don't worry. It's my housemate. It's just to pretend.
All right, okay.
Just pretending.
And so anyway, she wanted him to go to he wanted to go to Egypt, and I thought that would be the end of it, and things would get back to normal. I liked the guy, and I owed him a lot. It seemed for a while that everything would work out. London was a lot of fun, but once we got to Cairo, Roger started having dreams again about meeting a god and crap like that. But now he wasn't drinking, and the girl wasn't around, and the gentleman Roger had asked along started acting nuttier than Roger did, and so I said to myself, trouble is somewhere up the road. After I paid Faraz Najir for his junk, Roger spent some time with it, and he went off the deep end. There was a black kind of head and shoulders statue that he'd stare at for hours, and there was
What, Johnny? What?
What, like the shampoo? Yeah.
Okay. And there was a map that he'd study, like a normal guy would check out a beautiful dame. He started telling me that we could meet the god as soon as he destroyed the eye and opened the path. That hotshot Dr. Houston should have talked Roger down, but he only encouraged him more. So the first night that we were up the Nile at Dashur, Roger snuck out and climbed up the Red Pyramid. Any of you guys ever climb a pyramid? They're steep. Roger started up the pile like a monkey, never looked back or hesitated once, which proved to me the poor bugger was absolutely crazy. But I followed him up anyway. I guess I was crazy too. For about 2/3 of the way up the Red Pyramid, you could just climb up over big blocks, sort of something like some dumb kids could make by piling a million great big construction blocks. The pyramid builders filled in all the gaps with nice smooth stone, but later people stole that nice stone from around the base, the bottom of the pyramid. The high stuff was too hard to grab, so they couldn't finish the job. Well, Roger zipped right up that part too, with me still behind, my eyes bulging out because I could barely find handholds to keep from bouncing down the whole damn pyramid. There's a little flat place at the tip of the pyramid. When Roger reached the flat place, he put on some kind of robe and started making weird sounds as though he had flipped for good. But then there was a hell of an explosion with all kinds of funny echoes and screams with it, and a big red flash of light. While I lay there for a minute until it seemed safe to go on, he looked at me and said, "The eye is gone, Jack. Now we can be gods." Well, that was just Roger talk, but besides him, there was a big patch ripped right out of stone, and it looked fresh. When I went back the next day, the patch had been filled in, as though the pyramid had repaired itself. But near the base of the pyramid, I found a rock which looked like it could have been in that patch originally, and it had this sign on it. Brady sketches a little mysterious, sign. I'll have to show you guys afterwards because I forgot to put an image of that online. But he sketches a symbol that was basically on the stone that was destroyed on the pyramid. Now, you see, now I know what it was. Its strong magic kept evil things away from us, and Roger deliberately broke its power. 2 days later, the whole gang, Penn, Hugh, Roger, Houston, and Patty, gave me the slip and disappeared into the pyramid. Some of the messenger boys went to find them, and they came out shrieking that the pyramid had eaten the respected scientists. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bingo, the workers run off in all directions. The whole dig was deserted. In 5 minutes, the only person left in the whole area was me. Well, I went in, and sure enough, nobody was inside. I was worried. But a long time later, out come all the missing people from the pyramid. Roger says they'd been to Egypt, to the real Egypt, and that was about the most sensible thing he said. Penhue looked like he'd lost about 5 years, and Patty and Houston both seemed somehow changed. Nobody explained where they'd been, and nobody cared after that it was hard to hire workmen. After that, when I'd wake up at nights, the rest of the gang would be talking creepy lingo like I'd never heard before. Then one evening, Roger said that he was going to show me the power of what they'd learned. We went out to the desert with a passel of Arabs. Everybody started screaming weird words and songs, and Penhue beat the drum that we got from Najir. When creatures started coming out of the ground and eating the Arabs, and Roger and the others just started laughing, well, I just took my leave at that point, as they say, and went on a real toot. Roger found me the next day and warned me that I better change my attitude. Well, I owed the kid and I wouldn't desert him, but after that I started thinking real good. Then we went to Kenya and Roger filled me in during the trip. We had found a true God, he said, who would rule the earth, and we would rule with that God, and we were the chosen of the God. The God had picked us up to open the way for his return, and there was enough in what they said and in what I saw to make me listen. Every week, Penhue seemed a little younger and a little livelier. Paddy was sick a lot. We were going to leave Nairobi for some place in the mountains where there was no river, no railway, no telegraph, no police, and nobody who looked friendly. I figured that I wouldn't live long there, so I made some arrangements. And on the last night in Nairobi, I drugged Roger. I took the cash box. Hey, it was Roger's money anyway, and I got me and him aboard an unscheduled deadhead freight to Mombasa. Later, I realized that my guess was right, because the newspaper said a lot of people had died, but Penhue, Houston, and Patty Masters weren't among them. Anyway, my arrangements went off without a hitch. That happens when you think small and carry a lot of cash. When we got to Mombasa, we got off before the causeway and found a fisherman who was willing to go to Zanzibar for a few dollars. From there, we hopped a coastal trader to Durban, and in Durban, we dyed our hair, got some decent clothes, and sailed for Perth. Now, on the train to Mombasa, Roger got some sleep, and he seemed to wake up a different person. I guess that being away from the influence of those other people let him return to his old self. I told him we were in a lot of trouble and that we needed to hide out, and reminded him about the Arabs being killed in Egypt and the god stuff and so on. He couldn't remember it all right, although it didn't seem very important somehow. But he understood the logic of the situation, and after a week or so, his nightmares started and he began to go off the deep end. He was beginning to realize some of the things he'd done. I was in Shanghai a while I was in the Marines, and I had a fair number of friends there here. By the time our ship put in at Hong Kong, Roger could go no further. He began shrieking at shadows and everything that moved, so I put him in a sanitarium up there. I had to use up most of the remaining money to get him settled. Then I went on to Shanghai, believing that I'd never have to see any member of the expedition but Roger again. So I thought, of course, until I looked through the naval glasses at a certain yacht and saw Sir Aubrey Penhue preening on the deck of the Dark Mistress. There you go.
I think
Dark Mistress.
that's the longest none of us have spoken in an episode.
I know. It's a big info dump, but that's like the way it's written to do that. So.
Okay.
So tell me the part where you got filled in.
Which what?
What was the
Pyramid
symbol?
tip.
He said the tip of the pyramid got filled in.
What was the symbol?
Oh yes.
It's not very visible. I don't know how I can easily show you this. I'll see if it's visible on webcam because it might be.
You
Yeah.
could draw it.
Production quality happening right now.
Oh, it's like an act.
Yeah, kind
An
of.
anchor.
Like,
Like a
okay.
Popeye anchor.
But that was on the tip of the pyramid, and then something that Roger did manage to break that basically. And I guess I'm talking from Jack's perspective here. I figured that was protecting us from whatever evil presence was there. It didn't seem like a good thing that it was removed.
What colour did you dye your hair when you were on the run?
Yeah, I was gonna have a nice shade of blonde.
No, I went for pink. I figured it'd fit in better.
Delightful.
And you mentioned you were in the Marines. Is the Marines not a bit before our time?
I guess not.
Okay. That was a genuine question, but okay. So the Dark Mistress. We can go there, can't we? This isn't a question to Jack.
It appears to get shipments at the middle of the night randomly during the week or something.
That's right.
You can
So
still ask him.
do you know when the Dark Mistress arrives during the week?
It seems to come like once a week at night, and then heads out to the island. Look, whatever they've got going on that island out there is no good thing, and we're gonna have to stop it. I got some friends here in the city that are gonna help me, but I need your help first.
What's the island called?
It's Grey Dragon Island.
Ooh, I like that.
So who was after Elias?
Sorry?
Who was after Jackson Elias?
Well, I guess after everything I told him, I put a big target on his back. The stuff I mean, to be honest, telling you I've done you guys no favors either. Now you know what I know. They're not going to want you around to try and get in the way of their plans.
Is this Ho Fang you're talking about?
Ho Fang's just a pawn in this. Look, the remaining members of the expedition, they're trying to bring this god back. They're from what I understand, then from the map that fucking hell, I've got character's names here.
Penhue?
No, not Penhue. His main guy, Roger. From Roger's map, it looks like they had locations here in Shanghai, one in Australia, and one in I think Kenya. Where they're going to be whatever they're doing it at those three places. So
all at the same time.
From what I understand, I don't know what their timescale is, but from what little I've learned, something is coming. Something's coming by the end of the year, and we need to stop it before then, or whatever the force they found back in their so-called real Egypt is going to probably show up for the rest of us to see too.
What
Bloody
time of year
hell,
is this?
Some
Sorry?
of episodes.
What month are we on?
I think we're about March time by now.
Oh, I've got ages.
Should go get a sandwich or a coffee.
Prep.
We'll go to
None of my pens are working.
Oh,
You're on a computer. Use Notepad.
I'm trying to be authentic.
Yeah, to be fair.
What other question did I have? Why didn't you go crazy? Did you see this?
He didn't go into the pyramid, did he?
Yeah,
I thought you seen the black thing, the black head.
What?
Wasn't it like a black head he was looking at?
Oh, there was the thing before they'd gone to the pyramid. He said, yeah, but he said that Roger was obsessed with that, with those artifacts that he got from Faraz. But at the same time, I think it was much more that girl's influence on him than anything.
Do you know anything? Do you know anything about the masks that came from Africa?
No, not specifically. There's been those guys have got a lot of weird artifacts and stuff, but I don't know specifically about masks.
okay.
What was the lady's name? Again?
Moeru.
Who?
Weru.
Weru.
Moeru. She was the girl who convinced Roger to go on this whole expedition in the first place.
What a bitch.
And she's still in America.
I don't know where I don't know where she is. I mean, she was with us on the trip, but oh no, she wasn't on the trip. Sorry, no, that's my mistake. She was on the trip. I have no idea what happened to her after we left America. Yeah, fair point.
She'll probably pop up later.
He says, but yeah, he says, but like, make no mistake, this isn't just something happening here. The god that these guys want to summon has got many different names all across the world. What do they call it here? Sorry, I have to look this up.
Maybe it's the same one that
they call it the bloated woman here in Shanghai, but every culture seems to have its own name for it.
What the Americans call it.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, Jack.
He says, so what do you guys want to do?
Well, you said you needed our help. Our help for what?
He says, look, so I've got there's some guys here in China that aren't too happy with the way things are. You could call them revolutionaries, whatever you like, but I've managed to convince them that what's going on out on Grey Dragon Island is a threat to all of us, and so they're willing to help us take the place down. But the problem is I can't go yet. Mei Ling's missing, a friend of mine, and I kind of worry Ho Fang's taken her. And if he has, she knows what we're up to. She knows what we're doing. And if he gets that information out of her, we're completely screwed.
So is this the guy with the warehouse? Yeah.
Yeah.
So she might be the warehouse. We were planning.
So you want us to raid the warehouse?
I would guess his home rather than the warehouse.
Ah, okay.
Why you and
You want us to do that alone?
Or do you want to come with us?
I'll come with you. I need to get her out of there. I mean, that's the thing. I'm gonna have to go in there myself. I tried to convince the people, my friends, to come help me, but they're not willing. Although they're willing to attack Dragon Island, they're not willing to so openly cross Ho Fang on home soil.
Why have you and Sasuke got bad blood?
What?
It's
okay.
Is it
Why
because
have
you
you
don't
and him?
understand each other, but really you have a lot in common?
It's okay. Me and him are fine, really. I just avoid him. He's a
Why is he after you?
He's looking for the book. He's looking. Listen, I haven't told you something. There's a book that I think once it's fully translated might help us undo whatever. The seal that they broke on the top of the symbol I showed you.
Yes.
From what I've heard, the book we've got, what's it called? The book we've got might have a way to put the 7 cryptical books of San. These books, this book we've got,
San?
HSAN.
Oh, right. Sam.
But he says Isoge's been after that book for a while. I don't think he even knows what it is. But to be honest, everyone's after that book. I'm having it translated right now. But this is what I'm worried about. Mei Ling knows about the book. Knows that Mu is translating it. And if Ho Fang and his forces find out where we are and what we're doing, I think we're all in trouble.
How good is this translator?
He's called Moo, isn't he?
Are any of our nerds in this group good at
I mean,
they help?
if any of you guys know ancient Mandarin, that would be really helpful.
Frank?
Can I roll for it?
No, if it's not on your character sheet, you haven't suddenly learnt ancient Mandarin.
I might do. I'm
No.
from Beijing, and I've lost my memory. Might be able to
Well, if you want to see if you can help Mu, that would be great. But we need to get Mei Ling back first.
Okay, let's do that. You're a Marine as well, so you'll be badass.
Green Beret.
Actually, I haven't looked up Jack's stats. I bet they're pretty good.
I bet he's a badass.
Yes,
Boy,
he's not. I'm out.
Hey, I've got 17 hit points.
Nice.
Whoa.
What weapon does he carry?
Thompson submachine gun generally.
We're going with this guy. Fucking walking in the room. Say hello to my little friend.
He said he says a perk of my friends. He says, in fact, although they're not willing to help us go for the house itself, if you need weapons, we can pick them up on the way.
Jack, before we do this, can I have a quick word with the gentleman here, without you listening?
He says, I guess, but like, you know, we can't stay out in the streets like this for long, or they're gonna find us.
Well, I'll be
Wait.
quick.
Wait, so what? You want to have a conversation with him without us?
No,
No.
I want to have a conversation with us. I'm pointing at the three of
Oh,
you.
right.
I mean.
Okay.
So he's not listening.
Okay, yeah,
This guy-
he's smoking somewhere like just down the road slightly.
Okay. What if this guy is trying to get us off the scent? What if he's been hired by the baddies? This could be a trap, couldn't it? We haven't got much choice. But it could-
What, you just made all
to-
that shit
to be
up?
honest-
Or...
To be
Yeah, he
honest,
could be friends with the Hughes, the Penn Hughes, and we might be a threat to them. So he's come along. Yeah, I'll take you into the warehouse. He's got a submachine gun.
It's not going to warehouse. They're going to Hofong's house.
Oh, his house. Well, all right.
Even worse.
Well,
If
to
we
be
all
honest,
die,
To be honest,
I'll use psychology roll for the conversation from before.
You can roll
forgot-
psychology. Yeah, that'll work. I mean,
like
if you...
this.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That's good.
Brady's a beast,
Thank,
though.
thank you, guys.
Brady's a beast. Where you rolling? I can't. Oh.
Okay, yeah,
Brady was telling the truth.
you feel like he's on the up and up.
Up and up being a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Nice guy.
think he's telling the truth, guys.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
You're so paranoid.
You never
Okay. Let's go.
Go get weapons.
Let's go have a weapon montage.
He says. He asks, "Do you guys want to go now or in the morning?" By the way.
know.
That's it.
What would you prefer?
I mean, he says I prefer to go now, but I mean, it's been. I mean, it's pretty late already.
I want some
If
gauntlets.
we're invading some guy's house, it would be better to do it at night, would it not?
Probably, yeah.
Well, then isn't? Yeah, it's not. What time is it now? Night.
It's like midnight.
Wait. Was someone not really hurt in the last one, or did they actually lose health?
Wasn't-
Oh
was
no,
Carl
I
a
lost. I
friend?
lost some mana.
That's
I lost
Carlo.
some mana.
Alright, she didn't lose
Yeah,
any
yeah.
health. I was going to say maybe
Whatever
watch
that
Preston
is.
first if that's the case.
If we are
Oh,
gonna
fuck.
go weapon shopping, can you put on that was it Rocky 4, Rocky 3 montage
All of
song?
them.
The background, parent. Good.
Okay. So you guys gonna head off with Roger then?
Yeah.
No,
I
sorry,
thought
not
it was
Roger.
Jack.
Jack.
No,
Sorry.
Roger.
Jack. Sorry.
Oh.
he's lying.
yeah.
Roger all along.
Deceit.
Anyway, no, sorry. You guys head off with Jack. So he takes you across town to a warehouse. There's a couple of sort of suspicious-looking guards outside, but he goes up and has a word with them, and then they sort of wave you in.
Like that.
Excited.
Inside the warehouse, there's like cots up against the wall, like bunk beds of like people sleeping. A couple of like guards like wandering about, and the walls are full of like racks of weaponry. And there's like a table in the middle with like plans of an island and all sorts of notes and information and stuff.
This is badass. This room. That's what I say aloud. This place is badass.
So as you go in, Roger introduces you to a guy Jack. Sorry, I keep saying Roger. Jack introduces you to a guy. Says this is Chu Min. He's in charge of these guys. Chu Min greets you in Chinese.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Roger, I mean
Pet.
Jack. I keep
Say
calling
it.
Roger Jack. I'm not saying ni hao. Fuck off.
Why not?
You did. You did.
What's
Anyway,
wrong with that?
so nonetheless, Roger. Fucking hell! Why can I keep calling him Roger?
Jack!
Because there's something grating on your conscience.
He's on the uppity up.
No, well, Roger's in a fucking mental institution in Hong Kong still. But anyway,
Yeah. Truth, yeah.
I just wrote Jack down on my notes in big writing. Look, Jack says, look, this Chu, he's the leader of this sort of division of the new China. This is New China people. This is the Firm Action Group. These guys are willing to help us take the Grey Dragon Island, but the best Chu says he could offer you for the raid on Ho Fang's house is whatever you pick of weapons. And the
Let's
kind
have a
of
list then.
it's kind of like whatever you want, really.
I need to see what there is.
Hold on a
Two
second.
samurai
Just
swords.
make guns up like.
But yeah, I forgot you haven't seen the list in a while, have you?
Want a BFG?
I want a second Luger.
There's actually a rule for that.
Is it?
Yeah, I think you have to like hit like half your roll or something like that.
Trying to find. I did upload the shopping list ages ago for weapons, didn't I?
Yeah.
I
can't
feel like I'm
shoot
in
it.
the
I
late
can't
Rich.
shoot
Is it
anyway,
not-
so-
Is there not in the new one? Wait.
I've got it here for you.
And these are all free.
Yeah, but bear in mind, there's no point walking out with a bag of guns because you're not going to be able to use a bag of guns. You can only really use one gun.
Well, I don't know.
Watch me.
I'm sure we could sling a bag of guns pretty hard.
Yeah, yeah. You've got a bag of guns; it becomes a melee weapon. It's like.
I want a stick of dynamite.
I mean, that's the thing
Cigarette.
since you can only fire one gun at a time, like it's and you know if you try to dual wield, it would count as like you'd be
You
a
get a massive
detriment.
penalty.
You'd get penalties on it. So having unlimited access to weapons isn't necessarily like a nuke in terms of like power.
Yeah.
Didn't someone who had the bullwhip last?
What?
Carlo, you
You
still
had-
got the rifle ability.
The what?
You still good with rifles?
No, just guns. I don't know.
Any gun.
I don't know when we find my skill sheet. I don't know if there's any sort of like differentiation between them.
Your handguns, Carlo.
I am handgun. Yeah.
I want that switchblade.
Take it then. I mean, you can.
And the. Oh, give us limits, parent.
You know, if you do a successful roll on a skill that you've just got as base, so like,
Yeah.
let's say I don't have firearms, shotgun, whatever.
Yeah.
But if I do a successful roll on that, do I get to level it up, or is it?
Probably, yeah. But then obviously, but I mean, obviously, the leveling is still, it's still a matter of you're not guaranteed to level it up.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
do, because
yeah.
it says 25%, so that's not bad. That's not necessarily that bad.
Yeah. You can
So
learn
I
how
could
to use
take
it.
a shotgun and just be like, whatever. Like,
But bear in mind, like, when you're in a combat turn, you're not like, if you want to switch weapons, that's a turn kind of thing.
yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm only just that's because he's asking about limits. It's like you can carry 4 guns in your backpack or whatever, but every time you want to switch gun, that's going to cost
What
you a
about
turn.
swapping from a big gun to a little gun? Like, throw the big gun down, pull out a little gun. Would that still be one turn? I
Yeah.
understand getting a big gun out.
No, basically,
Do
it's
Page 250 has the up-to-date guns.
yeah, but I had to take a lot out of the list because I haven't seen the list, but the last time I saw the list, the problem was that it had a lot of stuff that was like for wrong era.
Yeah, but it says which unit it's for.
I mean, we can use the new list, yeah, if you want. But
Desert Eagle. I'm not gonna.
they wouldn't have Desert Eagles there, by the way. I mean, you've got
I know it says Modern Age on it.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, obviously you've also got to be realistic about what they're likely to
Gonna
have.
use my new magic power to go to the future. Get a desert nudge.
Good job. Bow and arrow. I'm gonna.
I'm getting a blackjack.
There are handguns that are like better than mine.
The chainsaw.
Happy badass.
Right. Okay.
What the fuck is this? Investigator handbook.
Huh?
What's this handbook?
Kieran was saying that page 250 has like the more up-to-date selection of weapons,
Nunchucks.
Yeah. Page 250.
Oh shit. Oh shit, nunchucks.
but would they have nunchucks? Probably not. Like, I mean, you've got to be
Well,
realistic.
we
This
are-
is like,
We are in Shanghai.
but yeah, but this is just like an underground illegal militia. They've got rifles, submachine guns, handguns. They've got grenades, mortars,
Wish
that
I
kind
had
of
a
stuff.
machine gun skill right now.
They've got, but you can't be.
Fucking just take the fucking Browning like belt machine
You wouldn't
gun,
expect them to have
What?
specialist stuff here. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, nunchucks are pretty commonplace.
They don't have nunchucks.
Nunchucks are common. Give me nunchucks.
You could probably, it'd probably easier to go find a shop and buy nunchucks than get them from these guys.
I was gonna say, Johnny, with your throwing skill, you might be like picking up some grenades or something.
I was thinking of taking some dynamite, but I'm worried that if I fuck up the throw roll,
We all die.
Use your dodge skill.
Get the Browning, Kieran. We'll carry
Can't
ammo
use
for
it.
you, and we'll
Can't
feed
use
you
it.
ammo. Should we just add this? What we want to our backpacks?
Yeah, or well, actually, make sure you fill out the weapon spec
Staff.
on the weapons section on your sheet.
That
How much can we take? Just one gun each?
You can take whatever you want, but as I was explaining, taking a big bag of guns isn't going to be very helpful.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
All the guns.
they won't. Oh, yeah, they won't let you keep these, by the way, either. Once the adventure's over, they'll want them back.
Johnny,
Oh.
maybe you might get like some Molotov cocktails or something.
I might take some of those.
yeah, that's what I was looking at myself.
I can't. Well, if we're giving them back, I might take the war boomerang because that sounds hilarious.
Pipe bomb.
You can.
Yeah. Look at
No,
that.
you can't. They won't have the war boomerang. It says it's rare.
Oh, that is.
What about
that's,
the pipe? The pipe bomb. Take a pipe bomb.
Are you checking that these things are listed as 1920s?
Yeah, 1920s. One use only. Pipe bomb.
All right. Well,
I'm
you can
gonna
take.
take it.
Skill
not.
demolitions.
Oh,
Jared,
demo
have you seen-
guy.
Have you seen the damage of the war boomerang? 1d8 plus half strength.
Actually, we're really strong.
What? That can't be right.
Cutting people in
Yeah,
half.
I don't think
with this
I don't
boomerang.
think I'm going to take anything, Perrin.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna take.
I'm gonna take a wood axe.
Okay. Sure.
I guess some.
Let's do it one at a time. Johnny. So you're taking the wood axe.
I'm gonna take some wood axe and maybe some Molotovs.
Sure. That's fine. Just make sure you've got the stats of those written down on your sheet.
Yeah.
Right. Carlo, do you know what you want?
45 automatic
With the 45 automatic.
and a signal flare gun.
Sure.
Remember to put the info in, boys.
Right. Kieran, did you not want anything?
Just ammo.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you can take ammo.
I'm gonna grab ammo as well.
Ask you, do you want anything?
I would like the blackjack.
Oh.
Is it a garrote? A garrote?
Why do you always go for that?
Yeah, why have you always got a garrote?
And he just jumped me. I've got good stealth. And I also want a small knife, the switchblade. It's
Yeah,
off the old sheet, by the way.
Yeah, that's all fine. All of those would be
What
fine.
do I put in the
No.
attack?
And I'm gonna take another 8 rounds from my Luger, so I'm
Cool.
just doubling up my rounds
Cool.
to 16.
What are you struggling with, Carlo?
Right, so I'm looking. It says in the spreadsheet, there's damage, range, and then attack. What's
How many
attack?
attacks the gun can do?
I don't know how. Well, where do I find that info?
Uh,
Uses per round.
yeah,
is
uses
one,
per
and
round.
then in brackets 3. So what does that mean?
I think just put 1.
Then I don't want the gun because my 22 has the identical stats, but previously I've been able to fire that 3 times
Yeah, I need to tighten up the gun rolls.
because the rules are crossing over.
I'm
here.
okay. Yeah, you can have 3, but I'm going to have to tighten up the gun rolls because the problem is I've been letting that go too long. That the problem with the way that they're supposed to do is that each additional shot has a penalty on it, which I'm going to have to apply from now on.
Yeah, because the old rules are too good with the new guns. Is what I'm
Well, no,
saying.
they were too good with the old guns. When I initially
Yeah.
did them, it's because at the start I wanted to keep the rules simple. But most of our combat scenarios have just been we keep playing until someone hits with the gun and then they win.
Yeah,
So basically now multiple shots will have a penalty for each additional shot.
It's a penalty.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's like an additional penalty for each extra shot past the base.
Yeah, I think it's something like I'll have to double check when we come to it, but I think it's like you roll one dice for the second bullet and you take that off your score, and you roll 2 dice for the third bullet to take that off your score.
So what does the ammo column mean? How many per mag, or how much ammo you have?
it's how much per mag?
Right, cool. I don't know what mouth means. Oh, malfunction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you roll above that number, the gun fucks up.
Yeah, if the
You
gun
have to spend a turn fixing it.
It's hard to roll above 100, but okay.
Yeah, like revolvers can't.
Yeah.
No, you would. Yeah, if you rolled 100, it would fuck up. That's what it'd be. Because some like automatic guns are like lower. If I remember.
Yeah, if
right.
your gun has a malfunction number, make sure you put it on there because you have to roll on that.
Yeah, I will.
Right, is that everyone sorted?
Yeah.
Put my malfunction.
Yeah.
Yep, that's sorted.
Cool. Right. So, Jack, not Roger. Jack
Oh,
asked,
Yeah, sorry.
Are you guys ready to head over?
Did anyone take a Molotov or anything like that?
Yes.
I'm taking one as well. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready.
Right. So, Roger, Jack arranges transport.
Fuck.
I just can't get
Thanks,
his name
Jack.
right.
Shit.
I also take this pimp's only hat.
That's the wrong.
Oh,
That's the wrong house. That's the wrong house.
I think you'd say that's a wrong hat.
That's the wrong
That's
hat.
the wrong hat.
It's the wrong pimp hat. These colours are clashing.
Right. So, Jack says you guys seem to have a fair bit of an experience under your belt, so I'm going to follow your lead. He says, "What do you want to
Says
do?"
the Marine.
Well, we don't really know the house of that. Do you know like the layout or like what the location?
I've never even been here before. I mean, he's taken you to the house, but he's
Alright, okay.
but you're right now out on the outskirts of it. Like there's a wall running all the way around, and you're on the outside of the wall.
So I guess can we see like sentries or anything like
Got any
that?
pictures or anything like that?
Hold on a sec. I mean, I put
Oh,
the
we
map.
do.
The map, but you don't see anything yet. I'm just trying to find that. I've lost the house pages
Oh, it's a big house. Why is this house bigger than the warehouse?
because it's a mansion. Because he's a very rich man.
Oh, have I closed roll 20?
Hey. It says you're still on.
Oh, I'm still there. You can zoom out a bit.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the slider.
Actually, the house is actually technically smaller than the warehouse. It's just a bigger map.
More detailed map.
Well, I don't know. It's pretty big. Look at the scale at the bottom.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's bigger, surely.
No, it says here. It actually says smaller than the warehouse, but
Specifically, tooltip
By a square
is
foot.
smaller than the warehouse.
where's the thing? This is somewhere here. It should say the description of outside. I've lost it though. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm really struggling
There's
to find
big
the right
wall.
material today.
There's a big wall that runs around the compound that's 13 feet tall.
13 inches.
Oh, 13 inches tall.
Say out, little man.
What is this?
Sorry, give me 2
house
seconds, guys.
at?
I'm just trying to find the. Ah, here we go.
What's
Finally.
that?
Zoolander.
That's right. That's right.
No, no. Yeah, sorry. The reason I was looking at the wrong bit of text. That's why I said it was small. Right. So here we go. Hofang lives near the old city beyond the aegis of the relatively efficient international settlement police. His compound walls are 13 feet high and his gates are strong, and the gates and walls are topped by spear points, broken glass and barbed wire to stymie thieves and snoopers.
Ooh.
So basically, there's a big wall on the outside.
What a nice wall.
I should have
Is
taken.
there
Oh,
any-
I should
there
have
is.
taken
Sorry, I should say this is the wall's not like to a garden; it's the wall to the building. There is still a front door with a doorman at it as well.
I should have taken dynamite.
They'll never know we're coming.
So we're currently outside the front gate.
Yeah, you're not standing at the door yet, but you can see where the doors open
So-
up, right?
Which is there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess. I've just pinged.
So we're like, can we just ping roughly where we are or something?
I ask you just did. Oh, where you are?
Yeah.
Oh, we're actually at the door.
No.
Alright.
You're just nearby. You're just nearby. You can be wherever you want, basically.
I'm
I
here.
want to be here.
Right in the middle of the house.
Can
Is there a, you said there's like a wall around the mansion.
The wall. It's the wall of the mansion, basically.
We're on the other side of that.
You're outside it.
It's
Yeah.
it's the mansion's walls, not the.
Yeah,
Oh,
why-
right.
we're saying
This
in
is
such a
actually the
weird way.
mansion.
Why are we saying there's walls? It's just the outside wall.
Yeah,
of the
sorry,
house.
I did explain that a minute ago. Sorry, it's the
Yeah,
wall.
but
The wall.
the map is misleading because it says compound wall.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. But it means the buildings. Because the reason is because it's a don't do that. You're gonna regret drawing over the map like that when I reveal more.
I
Of
can't
it.
see it. I can't see it.
No one's drawn on the map.
Someone's drawing squares.
I was, but it disappears. Oh, how do I back?
I don't know how you unerased this, ASCII, but you draw two squares over the map.
Sorry. I'm saying no, it's not even doing anything. It's
Anyway.
a waste of time. I'll do it again.
Anyway, so
What's
Right.
me?
stop erasing the
That's not-
text.
It's not me.
Yeah, I just made it better. There's a wall. It's 13
Anyway,
inches.
sorry, I should be trying to. I mean, I'm not painting a good picture of this here, but it's like a traditional sort of Chinese style mansion in the sense that it's a big wall with the idea is that once you're inside it, there's open garden areas and stuff, so it's kind of a compound
yeah,
rather
right.
than a building.
Okay.
Okay, and that's the doorman
Cat.
for the wall.
Sorry.
Doorman's room.
This is the doorman for the wall.
Blow his fucking brains out.
I might sneak up behind him, cut his throat. Ah.
But yeah, there is a doorman standing just outside the door. And even though it's late at night, he's still.
This is a door into the 13-foot wall.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
How is the doorman dressed? Does he have a uniform, like a doorman's uniform? Because I could
not
steal
this
that uniform
guy
and
shit.
sneak in.
He's
Good luck
You
being
look
solo,
Chinese.
mate.
he's a Chinese guy dressed in traditional kind of like Chinese outfits.
Unless you're gonna be Chinese.
Nobody needs to know. Nobody needs to know.
Nobody needs to know. Just walk past like that.
What's the plan?
Should we knock?
Hello.
I
Good
think he's
sirs.
summon gods. He's gonna summon gods. Gods.
Hello, Pret delivery.
Gods.
Gods.
I don't know. I don't
Um,
know. There's a big wall and there's one way in.
Is this the only way in? Like, can we look around and find
Spot hidden.
I was thinking that, but I wouldn't think we'd be able to see over a 13-foot.
There might be something on the wall or in the wall.
Roll for an idea.
Yeah, is there
Ah.
anything? Is there anything I can climb up on the wall?
I mean, you could try to climb the wall, but you would get a penalty for the because of the you get a 25% penalty to climb
To what?
to get over the wall basically.
Oh, so
Be
if you have
careful,
a
Jimmy.
base climb is 25, so we can't climb.
Base climb
Oh.
is 20.
It's 20, so -5 to climb.
Why is,
So it's literally impossible unless you've got a high climb skill.
Yeah, the reason there is a penalty is because the gates and walls are tipped with spear points, broken glass, and barbed wire.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I forgot about
I've
that.
got good climb.
How good?
40.
You've
that
got a
takes you down to
15%
15.
chance of making it.
I've got 50, but
You've got a better chance of making it. You've got a 25. You've got a 1 in 4 chance of making it.
I don't know if him going over by himself is a good idea, though.
You can
So
pull us
many
up.
gods.
It's
No, the thing is
fine.
that I figured I could climb up to the top of the wall and then I could scout the compound.
Oh.
They just see him walking on the wall. I thought you'd be like climbing
God,
through a
God.
window or something.
Oh, I'm like a ninja. Or that.
There's no external
I'm gonna
windows.
go
Goes
speak
in
to
and
the
we're like,
doorman.
well,
Should I speak to the doorman? And
What
like
are you gonna
knock
say?
him out?
hello,
Just knock
can I
him
come
out?
in?
Can I have a
Hello?
light? Can I have a light? And then when he bends down to get a light,
Wait, can we
knock
clarify? This mansion is like out in the middle of nowhere.
It's not. It's kind of. It's not in the middle of nowhere, but nobody's paying attention to you. You're not like on a busy street.
Okay,
If guns start firing, people are gonna hit.
okay, I know. Jack, you're the Marine. How do you think we should handle this?
He said he was going to follow our lead, you dosser.
Well, he's
It
the
says,
Marine.
I mean, he says if you want, I can take charge, but it's your team. I figured you guys would have your own way of doing stuff.
Well, I figured you're pretty experienced with this,
Don't
combat.
trust Jack.
Yeah, we're just investigators. We ain't like no soldiers.
Ask you, can you give me a roll, by the way?
I would love to.
Uh-oh.
Roll for
Shits
traitor.
himself.
What you guys are standing a short way away from the
Oh.
building, and
I get gunshot.
Straight to the head.
you see a man in a trench coat and a hat knock on the front door. Just
Do
as
that bit again.
so what?
Do that bit again.
Sorry, yeah. So as you
Headset. I got excited.
so anyway, you see a man in a trench coat walk up to the front door, knock on it, and it opens.
It's Desmond.
It's Desmond,
Is it?
and he walks in.
Trench coat.
Yeah, he
Is
was.
it actually?
Yeah, it's Desmond.
Shit!
and he walks in. He walks inside quickly.
What the fuck?
Oh,
You're gonna have an interesting episode today, aren't you, Asky?
No, I ask you what you won't be able to control him. I'm afraid.
Ah.
At any point.
No, not today. No.
Not today.
Oh, that means he's gonna
We've
survive.
got to kill him today, boys.
I'm gonna sneeze
Easy.
with excitement. It's gone. It's gone.
The
So what did I roll? What did I roll for?
I was like, that is Desmond.
There's
Get
a-
the picture
there
of
was a-
Desmond up.
There was a 50% chance whether or not you'd see him or not.
Get the picture up.